Welcome to yet again, another game in the collective esports. This is our quarterfinal matchup today between Reanimated Gaming and NR. And there are going to be some fireworks in this one for sure, Max. How are you feeling today, my man?
Man, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling great. I've been watching these guys throughout most of the Summer Cup here, and I think it's safe to say I'm not the only one excited for this matchup. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, have been just anticipating this match for weeks to come. People have been calling it since the very beginning of the Summer Cup, and here they are. Two powerhouses in the collective esports franchise are going to be going head to head here tonight on, believe it or not, the first map being Clubhouse, a map that I mean, not knowing you, but personally, I haven't really seen in quite a while, so I'm glad to be playing on this map here tonight.
This map has a lot of history in the collective. It has a lot of history in console. Ever since the rework, it's become one of the more I would contend popular competitive maps. Just a bunch of it's really defender sided. A bunch of teams will jockey for the defender position, but it also has a lot of default attack strats that have become really strong. Like I think that all in all, like Cache CCTV bomb site, I think that's one of the more interesting bomb sites in the entire game. To be completely honest.
I couldn't agree more, and something that I really have to put out here, I don't think I've ever seen a more powerful map, excuse me, for Maverick, especially on not just CCTV upstairs, but also downstairs on that hold or that wall, excuse me, over into dirt. And I mean, you can
Agreed.
use it for the hatches. You can use them for jacuzzi half wall over on the bedroom. I mean, he has just been the guy to bring and the guy to ban. And with that first ban going out, I can't say I'm surprised to see that NR is going to be the first team to ban him.
Yeah, it's just smart. If you're starting defense on this map, you should not give the attackers any advantage. And like you already said, like the reasoning for that ban is two of the bomb sites have exterior walls that basically need to remain. They need to remain electrified, both on that jacuzzi wall and the construction wall. The jacuzzi wall for the gym bedroom site, and the construction wall for the CCTV cache site. So if Maverick can get there and make those little peak holes, it just devastates everything that you're trying to do. The Thatcher ban is also kind of like precedented. It's gonna bottleneck everything. This might turn into little bit of a slugfest here, actually.
Definitely.
Because
If not, at the very least, it's going to have to be a little bit of vertical play from down below and up above. Seeing as the Habana still is in play, is going to be a very powerful pick for this map for sure. But especially on sites like CCTV and I mean upstairs and bedroom, you're going to have to frag that out. There's no way unless you get the window and the doorway over onto gym opened up. I mean, it's either going to waste that utility to try to play it smart, or you're just going to have to go in guns blazing. And it looks like we're going to see what site they are going to pick first here, as round one is going to go to Bar and Stock.
really, this is an interesting pick. Now it's defendable. We've seen a bunch of like pocket strats for this map. You take a rook, you take a dock, and you just kind of like peek your brains out, or you take like a castle, but we're just taking none of those. They're just gonna be going in it like a regular match. Okay, they did switch to the church arsenal. It looks like they might have been like trolling a little bit. This is a much more default setup for the church arsenal, especially with the Cade.
Well, I wanted to see a bar stock hold. Maybe they're going
I
to
mean,
save that
didn't
in
we
the
all?
pocket for later on in the round. Oh
A
yeah.
bar, but a bar stock hold with one ACOG operator, and on the
Hmm.
TCSG shotgun of Cade, the slug. Just
Attackers need to
that would not have
locate
been a
and
smart
defuse
play.
bombs.
It's just not the play, honestly. But we are going to see what is probably the most picked bomb site on this down here in the church and in the arsenal room. Just kind of a really normal pick to start out with. We're just going to have a really basic setup coming out, a lot of holes coming into blue, a lot of reinforcements being thrown up on the church wall. It does look like they're going to try and hold the generator room a little bit, or at least set themselves up to make some plays onto generator from the church. A couple of reinforcements going down on that arsenal wall is interesting. Normally, that wall is left completely unreinforced, and the reinforcements are used on places like dirt, as Mex is showing you right here, or they're used just to completely wall off the church from the blue hallway. Definitely an interesting setup. Not completely out of the blue, but just not what you'd think you'd see. The other thing, and I think Max is highlighting it right here, I'm surprised that Jackal got through. Now, for those of you that are brand new to Rainbow Six Siege, Jackal is probably the most powerful anti-roamer in the game. He uses an Inox tracker to track operators' footsteps and can analyze them using the power of big brain computers to show where that person is on the map. And it'll ping them once every 4 seconds for a total of 4 times. And it's really annoying. It's more annoying than powerful, but it does allow your team to set up and move in on that roamer. And on Clubhouse, a map that is so like roam dependent, it's kind of strange that Jackal got through. Although the roams are normally to like cover the hatches and to make sure that your Thatcher just can't breach the hatches for free, or the Maverick can't. But there's no Thatcher or Maverick, so the Jackal might be a little bit useless here, Max. Not useless, but not as useful.
Well, definitely got to say I was surprised to see him still being put in here. Interesting enough, though, if you didn't notice, Nomad was getting troned out, there in the beginning, and is now going to be trying to, I guess, look for the Cade here. Maybe try to look for a little bit of a peek through one of these floors, and if they're not careful, I believe it, yes, it was, Scrubbed is going to be sitting right below this little angle up on the kitchen hatch, but is not going to be seen by Nomad. Nomad is instead going to meet around with Jello, and it looks like right now they're just droning. I'm not seeing any roaming at the moment. Really just,
and why would you?
Just a strong downstairs hold.
Yeah, and we talked about earlier, like, why would you need to? If they're not going to be able to get the hatches for free, especially if you just kind of like throw the Cade Electro Claw like right on the middle of the hatch to deny any sort of hard breach, why would you need to? They have to get on the same level as you do, as we do see a frag come out. That's a strong early move from the Jackal, but he will get taken down on those blue stairs. The flurry of frags come out. It does look like there is an attacker in Moto, the Jaeger moving over to contest. And just as we said, we're not seeing anything come out. Man, all of a sudden, these teams are going at each other.
Without a doubt, Audi already picking off one. Is going to try to go for the second, but will get taken down. That's going to be Nomad on the IQ. Might possibly get another here as he waits. Yes, for the rotate. That's going to be Nomad getting a second. Dom getting taken down as the plant go down as well. And now it's going to be all up to the Smoke and Cade. Remy is going to try to push up here.
He has a lot of areas to rotate.
He's got one over there.
He's got a lot to rotate to, and this is a nice retake going on right now. But it does look like it's going to be stymie attack in full control. A good attempt, and we will see one going down, but there's still another left. Oh wait, he clutched it. The other operator's down. Oh really? It was a great retake from the defense, but we also should highlight the choice from the attack to just kind of ignore the hatches and go and just take that church wall, noticing the absence of a bandit and the presence of a Cade, knowing that there are 2 Electro Claws down. Like, all right, we're just gonna push down. We're gonna take control of Moto, and we're gonna take the church wall. And we're going to plant, and I think it's the right choice. You're really going to be hard-pressed to take those hatches with a Cade on the board and without a Thatcher or a Maverick to potentially get the angles that you need to take away the Electro Claw. Just solid play coming out from both teams in the first round.
Ban phase was definitely won by the team of NR. And, I mean, they're proving it here. And now as we go up into CCTV, one thing that I can't not notice, no Bandit, no Cade. Never mind with that pulse being switched out. Scrub is going to 6-pick off under the Bandit. You know, for a second there I was like, you know what? I know you won the first round, getting a little bit of what is the word? A little bit of confidence boost. But, you know, still got to play it safe, especially in a game like this. Semi-quarterfinals here for both of these teams. You know, this is definitely not a game where you want to meme or you know, take it easy. This is where it's gonna be. This is where it's gonna be winner takes all.
Now I know that we're questioning in the pick phase before the team 6-picked off onto the Bandit that there was a lack of a Bandit. What that meant was there was a lack of denial for those hard walls, but I'm questioning the lack of mute. Because in this situation, if you have a Thatcher or you have no Thatcher, you have a Thatcher ban and you have a Maverick ban, wouldn't you be able to just mute off that wall too, and then you have other mute jammers for other things? Because realistically, what else are you going to electrify with Bandit other than just that construction wall? I think mute would have been the better choice, as it brings so much more to your team being able to do the exact same stuff Bandit does, as well as having extra mute jammers to stop the droning and intel game of the attack.
One of the biggest things I'm noticing here is a very strong downstairs hold over by NR. It looks like they're going to be playing a little bit more down here, trying to not let the attacking team head over into garage. And it looks like that's going to be something they're going to try to do immediately, opening up that half garage wall as Ice is going to push her way over into stock.
Definitely. This isn't something we see every single day on this map, this downstairs hold. Normally teams would like to play up in the cash room, but hey man, it looks like it's working, so who are we to question, dude? They're going off right now, already up to a 5-3 operator lead. The attack will equalize with a simple frag, but it does look like we have this IQ pushing all the way into garage, getting a great kill on the rafters. That's a nice shot coming out, but there's still operators downstairs for the defense. That Valkyrie's still holding strong, rotating back up to red, as it does look like Nomad on this IQ is going to push, and I think he's going to try and take these stairs here.
Jello's going to push up here, possibly getting some of his gadgets out here. I don't know if he's going for the push or if he's going to go for the Firebolt. Firebolt does go down. Does not see the head of that Valkyrie, as she is going to get another Remy. Just kind of going off today as he gets another one. Here's the wall opening, however, so it was a bit of a distraction. Now in a 2v3 situation with only, a minute left. Ew, is that red dot on Sleepy? Sleepy running the red dot on Thermite is going to now, for the first time, push his way into sight.
And it does look like the attack.
CCTV.
The attack is pushing through. This is a really, really bold move. Remy is going to get a kill. It is just Thermite and Sleepy all alone. Will get a kill, but Remy is going to push back up the red stairs, and they most assuredly have this Thermite pinched, and more than likely they're going to have a Valk camera in there. The C4 has already been used from Remy, so they're going to need to play a little bit more aggressive, but man, it's not looking good for this Thermite, as he is looking very much pinched, as he is just going to desperately try to stay alive and serve. Pistol out, going to push into the rafters, take some damage from the castle, but the UMP just not a high enough fire rate to take him down for good, but Remy's going to come clean it up. And another strong defense coming out from NR. Great play from Remy this round.
Yeah, Remy pulling off a just amazing 3K this round. Just kind of came out of nowhere, got picked off early last round, but decided to really show what he was working with today. Strong defensive hold so far by the likes of NR. Not really slipping up anywhere that I can see. Been holding it quite well. Roam game really hasn't been present, but then again, I mean, if you know how to hold sight, why roam? And it looks like they are going to finally go into bar stock.
They will, and they're going to bring the Mira, so potentially a little bit of pocket stress. But for just a second, I want to talk metagame. I want to talk the bigger picture of this game right now with a Maverick and a Thatcher ban. Now, on this map, as we can see, these bans heavily favor the defense. So I'm really not surprised that RG, or NR, sorry, just mind fart there, are up this big, are up in this 2-0 in what seemed like it hasn't really been close to the attack. They've gotten hits, they have a couple of pocket strats, they're doing like weird things, but without those two operators specifically, it is going to be really hard for the attack to do anything, which is why if you see the attackers take 2 rounds on their attacking half, just 2, I think it's a win. I think it's a win that you didn't lose 5. And I think they'd be set up pretty well with 2, maybe even 3 heading in. They can just draw, and we can say, like, okay, they have a comfortable lead here. Just because of how this map plays when you have these games. There's just no way that the attack is going to be able to do much without all that utility on the board. It's just going to be really difficult. It's really difficult for IQ to get in position on this map. And Maverick and Thatcher are different because they can take those walls and take out that utility from the other side of the reinforcements. Tall order for RG. Tall order.
Something to notice here that something we're not really used to seeing, upstairs strat here. And not by just anyone, but two of possibly the strongest operators here to have upstairs, as Remy will be the first one to get taken down by Nomad. That is a huge pick by Nomad to be able to take him down like that. Mira is now going to be the last one upstairs. And if Nomad plays it careful, might get another.
Definitely. He has that ACOG looking all the way in from garage, all into that bar. Definitely, as Mex just said, after Ray really cut him off, slowly peeking. But he will get flanked. And that is going to be, I believe that is Scrubbed, if I'm reading that right, with a nice pick. And we have another play coming out from the attack. So RG just kind of throwing caution to the wind and on this unconventional bar stock side, playing really well.
Sleepy just barely missing the head of what I can assume was Dom. Dom's going to make his way back downstairs into sight. This is something that I don't know if I agree with, but again, personal choice, not really up to me. Red dots have been being ran on both Ice and Sleepy Cat this entire game. So when you have the option for an ACOG and you're not using it, that's something to definitely question. But I mean, it's going to work out here. Stock not seeming to go in their favor so far, especially with that big pick in the beginning. It looks like they are going to get that plan down.
Reloading, cover me.
Quake's going to come up behind and get one. Is going to try to push up for another, but now it is going to be more of a defensive hold for the attacking team, as Dom is going to try to run out, get a little aggressive, and will get taken down by that Claymore. Is going to realize Wilbur is in blue and does get pinched off, and that will be Sleepy taking him down for the first attacking round by RG.
He heard you talking about his red dot, man. He said, I've got to show you what it's for. It's for those close pushes with the thermite, that 5.56 XI. Just such a really, really good gun, even though it does have that slow rate of fire. And, I mean, we talked about it before the match started. A great response from RG. They have half of the rounds that we think they need to draw even in this. If they just can get two out of the first 6 rounds, they will be in such a good place moving forward.
Yeah, even if they came out of this, 3-3, that would just be colossal to go over and switch on.
3-3 it's a dominating win. It'd be a dominating win for the attack. Now,
looks like they are going to go down. Oh, continue.
Oh, sorry. They are going to go down into the church arsenal, as we said, but one thing I do want to point out that we have not seen a single frag grenade operator taken, not a sledge or a buck. Now, I understand that the defense has been running that Jaeger really heavily, but when you don't have a Thatcher, what better way to clear utility off of a wall than throwing a frag grenade at it? And we know that Jello has played the Capital a little bit to try and stop some of that game tricking. But if you can burn that ADS with the stun grenades that Capital has, and maybe get a sledge or a buck to throw a frag in and clear the bandit batteries of the Cade Electroclaw off the wall, that can be an easy wall to take for the upstairs bomb sites, especially cache CCTV. If you can hold that little metal balcony out there, it could be the play. I'm surprised we haven't seen that strat yet.
Evil eyes ready.
Hopefully, something's definitely got to change here. Quinks being the first thing I'm noticing, going over to this Maestro play. Hopefully he doesn't get taken out as quick as what he did last round, because that was, and again, a big pick for the attacking team as they just take down 2. Matter of seconds, they are just picking off 2 monster operators. That is going to be both intel gone, and now it's just going to be up to the bottom 3. Ani, Remy, and Scrub going to have to try to sit down here in sight and wait for this attacking team to make their push. Huge picks very early off into the round. Well, looks like my Xbox is going to have a little bit of lag, but Nomad is going to finally drop his way from hatch into sight.
Without some solid drone work. Flawless round for the attack. And just as we started talking a little bit of trash, like, okay, well, maybe if they get 2, it's fine. They just use intel better than the other team, and now we've got it to a draw. They've gotten the rounds they needed to draw even in this half. If they get another one, Mex, that's a win. That's a huge win.
Yeah, the thing is here, and what I've just been noticing on repeat is just these colossal picks within less than 10 seconds into the round, just running in there, getting off that operator they need to get off of the board, and just pushing their way towards site. And
It's the
as long
drone
as they
game.
keep doing that, it is. It's
It has
something
to
to
be.
be. It's something to be threatened with. It could be that. It could be just unlucky picks, or unlucky shots by NR just getting taken down. But either way, it looks like they're going to try to switch it up here a little bit. Valkyrie being eliminated off the board, as well as the Maestro going to be switched for that Bandit and Smoke. Maybe they're going to do a little bit stronger of a downstairs hold. Last time they did a 5-man in Church Arsenal, it worked extremely to their favor. So, let's see if they can run that again.
Protect your bombs from
That
being
hard,
defused by attackers.
I agree. That hard roaming style is it's very unnecessary. Like if you're the defenders on this map with these bans, all you have to do is sit back and let them come to you. Especially now that you have a bandit on the board to electrify some of the walls. You're probably going to electrify dirt off. You have a K to electrify patches, which is going to stop just about every single hard-reaching attempt that the attack is going to have. I just don't know why you'd be aggressive in that situation. I don't know why you'd run to, especially your Maestro, such a strong operator, that 81 round Alda in there. Have that bar. I don't think it's necessarily desperate. I just think it's a little bit of a tactical misstep given what the attack has on the board to work with. All you need to do is sit back and let. But again, let's also praise RG. It could have been just like a couple of lucky early picks, but man, 2 picks and then picks early in the other rounds, man, I've got to say that's great drone work. I don't see how that's anything else. RG knew where the roamers were going to be and executed. Just solid play coming out from them really early.
Can't agree with you more. And again, these guys, they've picked up the pace. Started a little bit slow in the beginning, but now at a 2-2, they are wasting 0 time to just push their way in and get that intel out. Something I've been noticing, though, however, is they have been really sticking to this thermite play over the Hibana, and they're just instead switching out that hard breach for a little bit more soft breach and intel on the attacking push. They do know, however, Reaction is going to realize that there is one over in utility. It is going to be AU9. I believe it's just Augie is how we pronounce that, but us casters never get that right. But Augie is going to be sitting over there. He does get pinged out, and there's 2 waiting for him to make his push, but it looks like he's just going to be playing time here. Drone work still going out as Ice pushes her way with that red dot down over onto Central Stairs, with IQ following right behind.
And it does look like
this pinch here.
They droned out the man and generator and didn't take him out. Instead, opted to go down red stairs. We're at a 4-4 here. Nice push from Ice on that Ash as they do take that red hallway and open up that long angle. And it does look like Hoggy. He's just stuck in gen. Luckily, there's a bunch of rotates out. So he can go all the way back in church and try and make a play on these people as the attack does get another operator. Maybe a fight going to go down in Moto, and that's a nice play from Augie. Going to push through Moto. He's going to have a really nice angle to play with. That's a triple kill from him. He's having himself a heck of a round as Ace gets taken away as the last person is at the bottom of red.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Augie, beautiful triple kill, just dominating this round over the rest as he is going to wait for this push. Might be able to slap together the 4th piece here. The ace was taken by Remy, but he is going to get that headshot angle. Tries to get the shots. A few connect, putting him down to almost half health. Jello is going to make his way around, though. Does get that kill off onto Dom, and pings are going to go out.
It's a tense situation right here. Tense situation. Is anything can happen. That default game finally going to go down. IQ's going to be pushing. Does not see this person is in the hallway. Will find the bomb. Smoke canisters dropping all sorts of everywhere. Jello's going to get another. And Jello all of a sudden is in a one-on-one. Pistol is out pushing the smoke from behind back box. Will not be able to stick the 1v3 clutch, but a great attempt coming out there as he was just all over the place, never really letting anyone get a good bead on exactly where he was.
Yeah, that was looking like the start of a really good comeback. However, he should have known when you try to run and get face to face with the shotgun 9 out of 10 times is gonna win. Remy though doing good to stop that, holding him down. And now what looks like to be the last defensive round. It looks like NR is going to be going upstairs into CCTV. They have been avoiding gym bedroom like the plague. I don't know if you have noticed that, but they just refuse to go there. But again, I mean, that's not really a choice up to us. So
they went to
went to
bar
bar over
stock.
gym.
They went to bar
Attackers
stock
need to
over
locate
gym
and
bed.
defuse as
Gym
many
bed
bombs
just
as
kind
they
of the consensus amongst competitive players, ranked stars, and casual players everywhere is just the better site. As upstairs hold, an exterior wall that's pretty easily defendable. Like, they went to bar stock anyway. So, hey, maybe they know something we don't. Maybe their strats call for it. Maybe they just don't like gym bed. Maybe they saw something in RG's attacks that made them say, we don't want to play this one as much. Either way, last attacking round of the half for RG, as you mentioned before, Mex, are going to have a cash, a hotly contested one, as it does look like we are going to have the popular dock in a box strategy coming out from NR. As they are going to put that dock in Raptors and say, hey, stay alive as long as you can, buddy. Lock down this garage and we'll hopefully get everything else.
Pings are going to go out by the camera, but I mean, yeah, holding down that site there, I mean, you want an ACOG. It's just as simple as that. You not only do you want an ACOG, you need an ACOG up here on the rafter and gym. So definitely not surprised to see Audi switching over to that dock play. It looks like Remy, however, is going to switch off of that smoke. Instead is going to trade it for a little bit of intel. But that doesn't seem like it's going to work much, as most of RG is going to do a construction backside push.
And there's no reinforcements on this logistics wall to keep them out of construction. They're going to be able to take construction extremely easily, and even though NR brought a castle, they're probably going to be able to get that out pretty quick, especially with it, both an Ash and a Zofia, both ranged soft breachers to the table.
Yeah, and now it seems like Quinks is going to just get pinged and noticed from so many different sites, sitting behind the bomb to save his life here as they do a very aggressive backside push. Looks like Ice using this red dot once again is going to try to pick out this Jaeger as we get down to an Ash Jaeger brawl. Gunner for gunner, 3 speed for 3 speed. Who is going to win this 1v1?
We don't know as of yet, as the tank is taking their time. They just got into construction for more or less free. They are going to get the first pick, and they're looking really, really strong here, as we do have the Jackal pushing out. Will get taken out by Remy, who has just been absolutely slaying people with the MPX Valkyrie. Been the MVP, in my opinion, for his team so far. Another attacker will drop. Remy just playing really, really well.
And where one plays well, one will play aggressive. Scrubbed is going to try to push his way up onto here. Might get the pick off if he's careful, but isn't. It does get taken down. And that's going to be Sleepy getting a beautiful pick. And now Nomad following up another as he pushes his way up those east stairs. Jello with another as well, and the plant's going to go down kill after kill. They just can't seem to stop this attacking team from pushing on, as Nomad's going to get that final kill off on the red. And what looked like a very defensive-sided round definitely goes over to RG with an astounding favor. Look at that drop shot by Nomad, just pulling off a beautiful kill there, an amazing round. And now with that 3-3, let that sit. 3-3 going off under the defensive side.
And we called
this. Be a blowout.
We called this before as we are getting into this match. There is absolutely no reason to give up 3 of your defending rounds with these bans. Oh no, they switched onto the K to the last minute. It would have been a full elite skin, nearly a full elite skin side from RG. But Max, and anyone who has known us cast together for long knows that we like to highlight the good things that teams do and not necessarily harp on the bad, not harp on the struggles that teams can have sometimes. But man, that Bandit pushing out into construction to try and take that fight, if he gets that kill, we're calling that a good trade, but he didn't, so it's a mistake. It was the aggression out there was definitely a mistake to do, and I don't want to say like it costed his team the entire round, but it definitely cost his team control of cash, and the losing control of cash cost his team the round. Is it entirely his fault? No. That was just not the play. But onward and upward, moving into RG's defensive half, we will be seeing that Church Arsenal, the basement hold coming out, as most teams do consider this to be the strongest defensive site on the map. Oh man,
5 seconds left.
man! If you're Reanimated Gaming, you're looking at this 3-3 split and you're thinking, ah, we did really good here, especially considering what they had to work with. And just think, if Jello lands those pistol shots, it could have been a 4-2 clubhouse attack with Maverick and Thatcher banned.
Yeah, definitely looking a lot more in NR's favor here. But we don't know. We don't know the strat that's coming out by NR, excuse me. It was looking in RG's favor. I'm getting these teams mixed up. But yeah, looking a lot more in RG's favor going on to the defensive round. Something I also noticed as well, no IQ and no Jackal. And on especially a map like this, when those operators are allowed to be brought in, I mean, I think they're very powerful. But then again, not one I'm looking up to. I want to see what strat they're going to try to go for. It seems like they're going to be doing a lot of soft floor and soft wall vertical play. But then again, not quite sure till we get there. Buck bringing in those grenades. Luckily for RG, they do have the Jaeger. And I'm telling you, it seems like the sight of the day today has been Red Dot. I don't know if you've been noticing that, but a lot of people have been running Red Dot today.
Someone after the match is going to have to enlighten me on the Red Dot. Just why? I'm a hollow guy on everything but the shotguns. It's the reflex. I don't know how people play anything else. That it just feels so weird to me. I'm playing the reflex on that Twitch. That F2 really powerful gun going to be coming out. We did not see a Twitch being brought at all. Just not necessarily questionable attacking decisions from both teams, but in my opinion, I just don't see why you don't bring that. Some nice shots in the attack coming out there. NR getting an early operator lead as we are seeing a super late flank from that castle who is upstairs in cash, or CCTV, apologies.
It looks like Nomad is just going to work his way upstairs, is going to try to go for the flank here. And yeah, it's looking pretty scary. 45 seconds left. Not really any real crazy openings on the site here, and with 5 bodies still at full health left on site, this is not a situation you want to be in. Somebody's going to have to drop, somebody's going to have to make a play, but that's not going to be it, as Audi is going to get taken down and finished off, and that's going to be Jello getting that kill. Quinks will get the refrag, however, but now he's going to have to try to take down Jello, and can as Jello gets a headshot. That's going to be a 2-piece, but 3 triple kill over by Jello. Jello just coming out like an animal. He's gonna go for the 4.
10 seconds to go.
It gets taken down, but still with the refrag on Nomad. Beautiful kill as he takes down Remy here. What a play by Jello, just cleaning up an amazing 3-piece, bringing them now to a 4-3. And I gotta say, I'm not surprised here. I'm not surprised to see that this is what it's turning out to be. RG just showing to be a powerhouse coming back from this attacking round. And man, wow! Just look at the scoreboard. Let's just take a second to look at this. With two people bottom fragging at 2 and 1 kills, they are still pulling off. What is this together? Help me out with this. A total of 28 kills between the top 3 fraggers over on RG. That is insane. That is a massive number of kills to be pulling out on a map like this. I mean, just look at that. On the other team, we're looking a little more even, but man,
I want to be very clear. Kills? Let's be very clear. If you have defense first and defense first in a competitive setting, and you have Maverick and Thatcher banned, and you're heading into the second round of your attack, you should not be down. There's something must have gone horribly wrong on your defensive side. Someone made a misplay, the other team is just, better, which it can happen from time to time, but the odds are in your favor in that scenario. And it's just not looking good for NR based on like how hard RG just held that. Oh man, it's really looking tough to say that they're going to be making plays, and RG 3 rounds away from winning. They'll still be able to go to the Church Arsenal. They'll still be able to go to Gym Bed. They're still going to have another CCTV cash hold. They win this one, I'm saying it's going to be pretty hard for NR to come back, and we don't have insight into those comms, but man, if it's me, I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little frustrated with how that first half turned out. There's absolutely no reason for it to go like that. And sorry to keep on harping on it, but it's kind of the story of the match right now. Now they're having to play from behind on Clubhouse attack without a Maverick or a Thatcher. It's really difficult to do.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's been kind of a bad game for NR, it has been a flawless game for RG, and one of the players I just want to pick out. I mean, I'm trying to follow this man like glue, Nomad, over on RG. His game, outstanding. I can't even explain it anything other than magnificent. This man is going 11-4. You know that NR is only thinking to themselves, hey, we take him out, that's the game. Reaction
NR just
barely missing the head.
NR just took the construction wall, so I don't know. Maybe they do have a little bit of gas left in the tank here. That's a really big strategical win for them this early. They got past the cave.
Well, something to definitely look at. Ooh, as Reaction gets that kill off on the scrub, they didn't bring a bandit.
Yeah, kind of questionable, but I can see if you wanted to. Oh no! Just stop everything.
That was nasty.
Just stop everything I'm saying. That was a nice play. That perspective is so hard to kill anything.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has
Just why even talk at this point? Just Nomad's gonna shut me up immediately.
Right, just let him go. Give him camera control. Give him a weapon, and just let him do what he does best.
Give him the key to the city.
Just let Nomad do what he does best.
Give him the key to the city. Give him whatever he wants. Let him play what operator he wants, and just let him go at it. He's got the lesion. He's got this angle. That really tight one is going to really chop off the left side of that. He will get fried. But honestly, he did what he was supposed to. But Remy could end up, he takes a little bit of team damage, and now the attack has control of the CCTV. So all of the stuff that was bad that we talked about earlier, it really does look like NR have kind of equalized it. They still have to take care of the last 2 members of RG, but solid play coming out so far. Considering the circumstances, God, Sleepy with the predicted shot through the smoke. What a play, but Remy at a one, he will take. He will get shot, as it was not enough. RG playing their trades excellently, but Sleepy, what a shot through that smoke.
Very, I mean, it was looking like a good turnaround, and it was very clean, but oh my God, that shot through the smoke, first of all, clip that. Second of all, Remy, that 3K, clip that. This whole game has just been full of like clips, left and right, back and forth. It's just been clip city. It's just been clip city from both teams. They have just been pulling out these insane plays, these 1v4s, these 1v3s, these impossible angles, these insane shots through walls, through smoke, through whatever you want to call it. They have just been doing whatever they can to entertain us.
I consider myself thoroughly entertained, even though it didn't go so great for NR. That was let's highlight some strategy. There has been some insane clips. Them getting the intel to be able to push and take the wall on construction side. That's a big play, and that probably was the reason why that round got so close. And I mean, it took Sleepy Cat. I mean, if this is PC, Sleepy Cat's typing good night in chat. But it took a great shot through the smoke for them to have a shot at defending that site. So great job from NR bringing that back and making a game of it in a really difficult scenario. But man, it's still just not looking so good. They're so far behind, and there's so much utility for them to work through. There's so many walls to breach, and without those two, without the Maverick and the Thatcher, we can't say it enough. If there's a Maverick and the Thatcher on the board, this map is going completely, totally differently, and that shows you the power of pick and ban, and winning the pick and ban phase. And I mean, I don't see how you can argue that anyone other than RG won the pick and ban phase. At least at this point.
I mean, they were on attack first. You'd think that it would have been in.
Yeah, you're right.
NR's
Never mind.
favor.
They did not win the attack. That's the crazy part. You're right. They didn't win the pick and ban phase, and they're doing this anyways. That is kind of crazy. You're correct. Sorry about that.
Well, regardless of the fact now is that we're one match away from match point if RG takes this here, and wow, Nomad already. I don't know, man. See, this is something that I don't know if it's just for the meme, if they just prefer to use it, but both Ice and Sleepy have been just running nothing but this red dot, and now Nomad's going to pick up the trend with the Commando 9. Dom, however, is going to get that first pick off onto Jello, but I mean, he's already done his job, gotten those castles down. Nomad is going to get that ping off that the half wall to Cash is going to be opened up. The C4 will go out but does not connect, as it looks like the refrag will go off onto that Twitch. Sorry, did not call that out. I'm just looking to see what he's going to do here. Is he going to push out?
What he's going to do is going to eat that Zofia charge, and he's going to peek the breach. Both thermite exothermic charges have been used, but that's not the sight, fellas. That's going to be really difficult, even if they get this frag to push through, and it does look like Dom is going to take him down. Sleepy Cat does get a refrag off, but man, it's going to be really difficult for them to get any other walls or get any other push through. In all their hard breach, it's all gone. There are some soft walls, and they do have control of logistics, so they're going to be able to get kind of a push through over there, but your other players are on the other side of the map. They're going to have to push through that. They're going to have to push through construction, and that can be an absolute death trap.
And I mean, this is what we've been waiting for to see here. Ooh, bad timing to be throwing that out. However, Quanks is going to get that kill. Two bottom fraggers, bringing them now in a 1v2. As it looks like Reaction is going to try to have to clutch this out. Does see the feet of Quanks and will get that one pick. Is he going to clutch this out for the 1v2? And he can't, but it's going to be a triple kill over by Dom, as Dom is going to take the first attacking round over for NR. I mean, what a play. He has been sitting down at the bottom this entire game. He had bottom frags with only 3, and then last second to just make sure it doesn't go to match point, he's going to get a 3K. He's going to take it for the first round on attack. Good job.
I mean, we've known Dom for a while. We've casted like a ton of his games. He's a veteran of the collective esports scene, and this man is the streaky, is so streaky, and I don't mean that in a bad way of like, oh, he's so like inconsistent, oh, he can't get kills, oh, he's just kind of everywhere. No, when Dom is hot, and the game's just over. And it does look like he's starting to warm up here after a really slow start. And we'll have to see if that fire just keeps on building and building. It could get out of control. We've casted so many games where Dom just like, he just kind of like takes over, and he'll take like the Ella shotgun, and he just appears places. It's like he can teleport. Somehow he's there. Nobody knows how he got there. Nobody knows how he knows, but he did intel from his team, man. He just knows. He's got incredible. What I'm saying is he's got incredible game sense, and he plays really aggressive.
The bottom line of it is
sometimes it works, sometimes
listen. The bottom line of it here of everything that we have seen in the past almost 6 months, 7 months that you and I have been casting together, what we have seen every single time from Dom is simple as this. He is an entry fragger, he entry frags. That is his job, and that's what he does best. This man frags the way no fragger has done before. Sure, he's having a slow start on this game, but I remember some games where this man has just came out of the boonies and has gotten 3Ks, 4Ks, and even aces out of nowhere just because he doesn't miss. He just clicks on your head. It's as simple as that. He aims at your head, clicks, good night. And I hope to see the same thing happen again here today.
X taking us on a little bit of a tour of Clubhouse as we are going to get into this round. And what was looking like such a done deal for RG is all of a sudden not as such, as it does look like NR is going to attempt to take dirt with the Hibana. Finally, a Hibana being brought on Clubhouse. I don't know if the Hibana pellets might have glitched out a little bit there. That 6th pellet on the first set of Habanas. He put that. It looked like it kind of like disappeared, but that is going to be Quang's just kind of pushing through. He has control of dirt, and this is a big win for NR right off the bat. He will have a castle in front of him, but again, he's Habana. He can just push through that. He's now set up to do whatever his team needs him to do. He's perfectly safe over there in dirt. No one can spawn peek him, and to run around is going to be very, very difficult. Really not going to get a flank on that guy. Now he can just put drones all over Arsenal or Church or wherever his team wants to take, and then whenever they need someone on the flank, bust that castle barricade and get in there. Mix it up. NR is in a really good position right now.
One thing that I do have to point out is that now with all those Habanas gone, they are not going to have any way to open up any of these hatches, and they're going to have to do a direct, sight push. They're not going to be able to work anywhere from the hatch. They're not going to be able to get any of that flanking ability. But I mean,
sure, but there's a cave
stop them before, might not stop them here. That is true.
Have we seen a single hatch breach this entire match? I mean, without a Maverick or a Thatcher, like, why even go for it? It's just virtually impossible. Like, what are you gonna do? Just try and IQ the pulse through the floor? Hopefully you get a lucky floor bang? Like, I don't think that's viable. Like, you just kind of have to go for those. You have to go for the regular walls. Like, you can't even attempt the hatches. Trades coming out all over the place. Zofia is down. Zofia does have that special ability. One of her passes. She can pick herself back up. Ice is going to get a nice frag. So that dirt pressure has been completely shut down, and it's looking really, really good for the defense right now.
And it looks like, it looks like she's not going to pick herself up. Instead, is going to just, wait for her teammate and get done down, as through the floor, Nomad is going to get that final kill off on the scrub. And in a matter of less than 20 seconds, the entire team is taken down. Barely even a scratch over on RG, as RG is still sitting in top. Look at these kills.
It's ridiculous.
Kills. That's almost 30 kills between two people.
As soon as I said it, NR breaches the hatch that round. Of course they get the kitchen hatch right after I say that. Of course, right? Like, it wouldn't be. Yeah, caster curse. They're reverse caster curse. We tell them they're not doing something well, and they just immediately pick it up. So we have like a weather machine, but for Rainbow Six Siege. Like, whatever we just kind of say just ends up appearing in reality. So what I'm saying is, you pay me enough money, I'll just tell you that your team is going to win. PayPal's open, boys.
I agree with that. I am.
Which part, the PayPal being open or us controlling the weather?
Will be in the link. PayPal will be in the link below, and hey, you pay me whatever you want
Venmo
me to say.
and bio.
I'll say it. Yeah. I have Cash App. Do you take Cash App?
We'll just do we'll do Cameo. You know that site where you can get like minor like D-list celebrities to say like whatever you want. Like, you can go in there and get like Steve-O to be like, "Hey man, happy birthday, Bill. I hope it's a good one. You suck and you're stupid." Get it wrecked, idiot. And like he just records a video. That's what we're gonna do, but for like Rainbow Six, for like just the collective, we're gonna have people pay us $10 to like speak reality into existence.
10 seconds left.
I'll use my best caster voice.
5 seconds to go.
That's the best that I can offer. I'll use
try.
my best caster voice to say whatever you want.
Get your weatherman
but back
on.
to the game here.
Hello.
And back to what we're really looking forward here. No bandit is going to be brought off over for this half wall. Instead, it's just going to be placed with the Cade. But then again, no real threat over on the defending team with that Maverick and that Thatcher being gone. Quanks, however, is going to be bringing onto the Twitch, but with that mute drone there, has got to be careful not to get seen out, and will get seen out there. Should have probably waited on the drone hole up above. Drones are going to go out, but again, they're just going to be feeding this mute jammer so long as it's down there.
From a strategy side, bringing the mute, I just think that's the play. I think both teams should have done that. I think they should have done that. I'm a big fan of bringing mute and just having mute as an operator. Like, he does so much for your team. He denies the walls. He can deny the drones. He denies specific drone holes in spots like. In our bringing in Twitch, has been completely negated by the mute because you can't get the Twitch drone into the drone hole that's very close to that wall to open that up. They will get Ash charge from below, so they're probably going to get the wall via the vertical play. A nice shot with the TCSG. That slug shotgun proving so strong, and man, it is all RG
Defender
early.
has left the area of operation. Defender is
Run out and
Ooh,
will fall
Sleepy.
down. So Sleepy will get back in. He does make it back in, but still, man, like it's just all RG right now.
Yeah, definitely not looking good for these guys. Tries to get through. Dom trying to get through this hole in the wall. Can't really seem to stick it. However, the half wall will be opened up onto CCTV. Still a 5, though. With 60 seconds left, it's still at 5 on the defensive team. Yeah, this is definitely not looking in their favor. Dom, however, is going to push his way into Garage. He's going to try to get a kill here. Nomad getting yet another, and that's going to be the double kill off onto Remy. And Dom's just going to try to run for his life as Nomad hunts him down.
Nomad is going after this. He said, "I want another kill, man. Give me this kill. Give me." He's just chasing him down.
The man's a tiger. He's an animal. He's a lion.
He's just a peacock. You gotta let him fly.
And as easy as that. Just to sum up the first map in a flawless round, it's going to be Sleepy Cat with the final kill off on a Nomad, and there you have it, guys. I mean, that's Clubhouse just taken for you. And with that being said, now we'll be moving off onto Cafe. I haven't seen this yet. I can't believe I get to see this.
Cafe. I'm so excited, dude. I love New Cafe. This is one of my favorite reworks. Once again, we do have our first map in the best of 3. Heading to Cafe, in my opinion, still defender-sided, but most relatively new maps are. And Cafe's rework does make the 3rd floor attack a little bit more accessible, but it's still really, really difficult. And we're going to be seeing a lot of I'm interested to see how this plays out. I honestly think that I think we could see a Fuse ban coming out. I think Fuse is really strong on New Cafe.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's NR starting out on defense on Cafe, correct?
I would need to look that up. I believe for the second map it is opposite. I'm going to check.
I'm going to just say it's RG. I believe it was opposite of each other. I'm hoping that this is correct. Going to wait for them to ready up, and then we will start off. But during the meantime,
is ready in Discord. Nomad was typing.
During the meantime, while we wait for everything else to ready up and come in, if you didn't
Nomad
notice,
Nomad asked for 5 minutes, so you get 5 minutes of our banter. I'm so sorry.
there was 40 kills between 3 players last round.
Ridiculous.
Nomad, I believe it was Reaction, and then I think the last was Jello, if I'm not mistaken. If it wasn't Jello and it was if it was Ice, then I am sorry that I mistaken your name, but I believe it was Jello for that last kill. 40 kills to get between 3 players.
RG starts on
defense.
That's wild. BT dubs. Or RG will start on defense in Cafe.
Yeah. I got them
perfect.
set up on defense.
I'll just make sure. Yeah, the difference in that game, yes, RG had a lot of kills, but let's not misunderstand the 2 bottom fraggers, the support players. RG's drone work and RG's use of intel was just better than in ours. They utilized the tools that they had.
Better.
It was just better. There's no other way to say it. It was better. The one round where they just kind of killed 2 people in the kitchen, that was due to drone work. You don't get 2. I'm sorry, 1 lucky wall bang through a window. Yeah, I could see it maybe once in a blue moon in a competitive match, but you don't get 2. You don't get 2. It doesn't happen more than once in a game. It's good drone work. They played well. They droned out the roamers. They used the jackal. They hunted down who they needed to hunt down, and their intel won them that round. And that's how it was throughout pretty much the entire match. RG's intel play was just better. Now, NR did a lot better with hard breaching. They even got a hatch. I wasn't thinking anyone was going to get a hatch, and both times on the CCTV attack, they got the wall. They got that construction wall. Good on them. They played really, really well. They got bottom control. They controlled the garage and that little entryway into the main lobby really, really well. Yeah, I mean, Ash charged the floor right below it and probably shot the Cade A charge off of it, and then Thermite just immediately blew the wall. Just good play all around. But for NR, it wasn't enough on defense. They needed to win more defensive rounds, like we said. Like they needed to win at least 4, if not 5, if not 6. With those bans, there's just kind of like there's no reason for them to roam. Like you can just play 5 on site or 5 like just kind of like soft anchoring. Like there's absolutely no reason to be a floor above or below unless the strategy specifically calls for it. But having a Maestro in bar as the round starts, I don't agree. I don't see that working out for any team, really.
Well, let's see if it'll work a little bit different for NR. Excuse me, for NR's favor into this next game here. Hopefully
RG
they're a little bit more
ready.
worked or woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they're a little more woke up.
They're gonna have to be awake now. Cafe, I haven't casted a match on new Cafe yet. I'm excited to see where this goes. I still think it's a little bit defender-sided, but I think there are a lot of like pocket attack strats that will come to play over the coming months that are going to make this map relatively attacker-sided. You can access a lot of the bomb sites from exterior windows and just Thatcher ban right off the rip. If you're on defense, great ban. You're going to be able to hold the walls a lot easier with a Thatcher. Thatcher's EMP, for those who may be watching who may be new, Thatcher's EMP grenades destroy utility. So they will destroy the Jaeger ADS if they don't get zapped by it. They'll destroy the bandit batteries. They'll destroy goos. They'll disable cameras. They'll disable Maestro cameras. Just so much that Thatcher brings, and the big part is he can do it through walls. So even if there's a reinforced wall in front of you and you see it's electrified and there's a bandit charge on the other side, just throw a Thatcher grenade at it. And it will zap the bandit charge off the other side, which is why they're so valuable for the attack in getting those reinforced walls down. Ban, it means that the map immediately, you just kind of have to flip how you play it. You need to either flip to a Twitch heavy strategy or bring a Maverick or just play vertically a lot better, which on Cafe is going to be pretty difficult, especially because we do have a Heaven. For those of y'all who don't understand the Heaven call out, an old CSGO call out that involves a spot where you can play vertically and look down onto like an entrance, which there is going to be a Heaven hatch, and there is another Heaven on the other side of the 3rd floor next to the cocktail bar. It's going to be really hard for people to play vertically on this match. It's I mean, that's what I'm calling it. I call it Heaven. I call it the Heaven hatch drop. It's just it's old eSports, old COD S&D, old Counter Strike. I guess that's what I'm calling it. We can call it something different. New hatch.
Well, considering my calls are not really A1 for this map yet, as I have not really played it too much, I think I'm going to just have to go with you here. So there might be a couple call-outs you guys aren't familiar with. Like, for instance, the desk upstairs, that long desk. I usually call it banana desk or boomerang. Just, I don't know if you can see it here, but it kind of looks like a boomerang. It is a bar.
I propose that we call it fancy bar. That's a fancy bar.
Ooh, we could call it fancy.
Fancy bar.
This is a new experience.
All in favor?
We are going to get roasted more than the Overwatch casters after this match. We are going to get
it's
our
now
feelings
fancy
hurt.
bar. What? No one's gonna go to fancy bar now. We're speaking it into existence. But
and there's no man at fancy bar.
No one's ever gonna go to fancy bar. No one's gonna play there ever because it is below that skyline. Right. And vertical play is gonna be really, really difficult. Thatcher ban is so crucial for this. Let's get into this. It does look like we are gonna see an upstairs hold onto the fireplace reading room site. Not the site that I specifically would have chosen. I like the 3rd floor, and I really like the 1st floor and the kitchen bakery as an entry site. Like I think it's great. I think it's great to defend. Those two are probably, in my opinion, the most defender-sided. These two, you can kind of have some strategies from old Cafe that bleed into them, the 2nd floor sites, and it does look like we are going to have, it's kind of prophetic. There's a kill right there. already in favor of the attack. Or the defense, I mean. The attack is going to strike right back. And see, okay, this is heaven. This is what I call heaven. That's the heaven hatch drop. See how it kind of overlooks? Yeah.
And that's going to be Nomad getting taken down by Audi. And I mean, I'm not surprised that he was able to get the pick when he got it. I mean, let's be real. Last game, he won out, what, 15 kills? Something like that. That man was
something
a nut.
absurd.
And now that he has access, and now that he has access to Vigil on defense, an operator that can't be droned down or taken out, you know, what else is he going to do other than frag? But then again, he will get pinched off, and it is going to put them in a 4v3 for the attacking side, which, I mean, that's pretty good. Scrubbed is going to make her way down into the museum stairs here, as he does not see the castle from up top. However, Jello will get pinched off by Audi. Audi having a really good game so far. Not really slacking. Already pulling off, I believe, yes, the double kill. And might try to possibly go for another here. Remy, now getting full control of upstairs, is going to try to get a little bit of vertical play.
And the attack for here. Oh, but RG does pull it back. They pull it back to even. Some nice play from the Jaeger, and they're all going to get another. Could they possibly pull off this 2v4? I was literally about to say, what a solid attack coming out in the opening rounds from NR, but now it is just Remy above, who is just desperately trying to get some vertical pressure, but he has no one to get horizontal pressure for him. So it looks like he's just stuck. He will move over to heaven to try and get some angles on the pillars and will drop. That is going to be hurt by every single person in the map as he gets pushed through pillars to snag the bomb. Looking over towards the fireplace, it is just not looking good for him right now, as it does look like he's just going to be pinched from around the corner. And yep, there it is. That's the round. Solid play from RG, bringing it back from, what is that, a 3v5 or just a 2v4 or a 2v5? I can't, it was at least a 2v4, right?
That was a 2v5, and I mean,
unbelievable.
Wow. Ice was the one to really shine out that round. He just got 3. He immediately got a insane 2-pick. I believe what he did is he came from downstairs and worked his way up those main hallway stairs, main entrance stairs, and just came up behind. He came up behind Scrub, he came up behind Audi, and he got a very quick 2-piece. And then from there, it was just frag city by the defensive team. So, glad to see that RG is still holding up strong, even when it was looking in a little bit more in NR's favor. But then again, that is just the first round. Might be played a little bit different, as Bar and Cocktail is going to be the site that they decide to go to.
Definitely, and this third floor site is so, if you can hang on to the freezer, if you do not let the other team have control of that area, you can put a lot of pressure on Christmas. You can put a lot of pressure on Heaven Hatch. You can put a lot of pressure on pillars. It's just a really, really good site. Out of all of the sites, this is probably in my opinion, this is the strongest one so far, other than the Kitchen Bakery. Kitchen Bakery is situationally can be stronger than this one, but this is still probably at the very least, the second best site in the game. You're not going to be able to play along a Fancy Bar a lot because of the pressure that the attack can put from Skylight, but part of the rework shortened that Skylight up so you can no longer see like the entirety of Fancy Bar, just like a little bit over to the walls on the side. You used to be able to see so much more. I don't know. I could see this going either way. I really have no idea how this is going to play. I'm just kind of theory crafting here, man. This is the first time I've seen New Cafe in competitive play, and I haven't played it all too much myself.
It looks like Sleepy is going to be playing downstairs. Might get droned out by Quinks here, as she's going to be holding a very powerful downstairs hold. Shots off onto that window, exposing where she is and putting a little bit of fear onto the attacking side, letting them know exactly where she's at. As they are quick to open up Heaven Hatch, and does take down Sleepy. Remy over on the sledge got the call out from his teammate, was like, hey, here he comes, I need help, and takes him down. And now immediately putting them in a 4v5. Only, 20 seconds into the round? That's a very good pick.
Huge pick, especially to have your Valkyrie. That's a C4 off the board. that can be used for so much denial, because honestly, if you clear out Christmas and you can clear out the freezer, you can kind of pin the defenders into the back cocktail bar and then take Fancy Bar and plant behind it. You can kind of obscure the line of sight, and you don't really have to hold all that much. But it does look like Ice. Ice is still holding this down, so there's going to be no quick plant as the sides do get evened up. We are seeing this Mozzie just peeking like a maniac. He will beam the absolute snot out of that player in the skylight. So the aggressive play really works out, and now you have the Sledge down in there, and he may get caught out too, as Nomad did drop into the Pillars area. And he's now on the flank of the Sledge. The Sledge has no idea.
Yeah, he knows that he's getting pinged, tries to wait this out here. Pre-shots do go out, and a lot of damage gets done as Nomad gets him from a headshot through the wall, and that's going to be a triple kill from Nomad. He's going to try to... Nope, can't go for the aces. Ice is going to get Audie off, and now it's going to be all up to Scrubbed. Wow, and what was looking a little bit more in NR's favor is once again just quickly going to switch off over to RG. Nomad, the gunner that he is going to just frag out here.
Just ban Nomad. Ban him. Get him out of here.
And Nomad with a beautiful 4K round is going to clean up round 2. Look at that, man. Look at that.
Just ridiculous. Like, in one round, normally you'd be happy on a cafe match if you got what he just did in one game. He shot a guy off the skylight. Hard to do. Have to hit a headshot to kill that guy. He headshot a guy through a wall. Like, what? There's no way he should be getting that in one round. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that man, one after the other, they just could not seem to pinch him off, and he was a nightmare, man. He was me when I play against Caviera on literally any map. He was just a force to be reckoned with, and to see him pull these numbers out here again in just brutal force, you know, he's doing the same thing he was doing last round. He took an L in the first round, only got 1 kill, but came back with an immediate 4K, something that we do need to clip, by the way. And
I'm about to stop saying that RG is behind when they lose a player and it's not Nomad.
Right. Let them lose everyone but Nomad, and they're still not behind yet. They're still at an even playing field.
Exactly, it's still even. Like, if they've lost a player, they've been down in numbers every single round so far, and they've still pulled it out. Now, granted, Cafe is still a little bit of a defender-sided map for right now. I think it's going to become a little bit more attacker-sided, or a little bit more balanced, as we will see attack and defense strategies come out on it. It gets played more, but man, still, I don't know, man. NR should be able to capitalize on some of these big breaks. So far, they just haven't.
And this is going to be something that I'm interested to see. First time I've seen the new shield come out. Haven't really seen a lot of use of that so far. And a lot of thing I want to notice as well, they're opening up this half wall from Bakery. This is something we don't usually see. Ever, actually. Yeah. So to see this happen, I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Look at this pixel. Look at this pixel onto the armored car. This is a really, really strong position for this Smoke, as he is just going to be able to poke his head out. Hopefully he doesn't get taken off all too soon. We'll be able to spot that drone out. The attacker knows he's there, but he's Smoke. He can just pop this smoke grenade. Now, where is he? I don't know. Like, they have no idea. Their vision's obscure. And it is going to be the first time we see those new deployable shields. They're definitely going to be useful. They're a lot more useful than they were. I think that's why you're seeing it. As the Sleepy Cat is going to take out all of those Abana charges. That is one set of X-Kairos just completely, totally wasted. RG is just so strong right now. They're going to take out a drone too. All your utility belongs to Sleepy Cat now.
Yeah, surprised Scrub didn't go in there, try to, you know, put a little bit of pressure onto that castle to shut him down for opening up that wall there. But hey, you can't do it. Looks like he is going to go in again. Scrubbed, however, is going to put a little bit more pressure on this time. Makes his way around. A little bit of free fire goes out. Ooh, and the drop shot followed by the pinch from Nomad. Nomad is going to get that pinch kill off onto Scrubbed. And wow, what a pick from Nomad as he comes in. Icy followed right behind. Dom's going to finally get a kill off for their attacking team as he does take down Jello. Now he's going to try to take down this castle, but he's going to get pinched again by Nomad. I don't know why I get off this man. Nomad is just, again, having an amazing game. Remy's going to get one. Nomad's going to come in for the triple, and now it's going to be a 1v3 once again. Don't tell me that was Nomad. It was. It's Nomad gets a back-to-back 4K out of nowhere, and just look at this man go. He gets
Stop
not one but
contesting
another
him.
as back-to-back 4Ks.
Stop
He's at
trying
9 kills.
You see the
3
Mozzie,
rounds
run
in,
away.
this man's at 9 kills.
Run
Oh.
away. You see Mozzie,
Oh, it
run
is
away.
disgusting.
Just turn around and go the other way. You don't have to contest him. You don't have to. You
3-0
don't have
lead.
to do this. You don't. That hallway is
Listen.
just a hallway. That hallway is just a hallway of death, man. That hallway right below red stairs of that main. It was castled off. They had the perfect pinch fire on it, and as long as they hit their headshots, it's just over. Great strategical play coming out from RG, and it looks like NR really wanted that hallway, and they just couldn't have it. They couldn't. They didn't get it at all. And oh man, you just gotta stop contesting that. At some point, you just gotta say, okay, we've lost way too much to trying this. We gotta go. we gotta move. We gotta do something different, man.
Listen, he is 1 kill away from having 2
Attackers need to
whole
locate
rounds
and defuse
dedicated
as
to
many bombs
himself.
as they can.
Let that sink in. This man has literally single-handedly shut down every attempt of
He is 9,
any
right?
sort of attack by.
He has 9?
Yeah, he has 9 kills.
He is
1 kill
over-
away from 2
He's
full
1
rounds
kill
to
away.
himself.
He's 1 kill away from having 2/3 of his team's kills, and and a lot of them have been just really, really strong. He's had people droning for him, sure, but as we said, like last round, it's not
No,
like
he's been droning for himself with his Mozzies.
Yeah, he's
he
been
hasn't
droning
had
for
any
he's Mozzie's been
dribbles.
droning for himself too. He's had a lot of camps.
10
He's
seconds
had a castle like kind of baiting for him a little bit, so that he could peek out and get those
5
kills.
seconds
But
to
man,
go.
like, it hasn't all been easy. It hasn't. He's
Attackers'
made some really
objective is to
contested
locate a
shots,
bomb and
and now he's back on Vigil. Like, oh man, this is it could get worse for NR. It could get worse.
Yeah, let's just take a second to let's stay on Nomad for just
stay
a
on
little
Nomad.
bit. Let's
Why
just
take the camera
yeah,
off
just
of
a
it?
second. Just
Him
take a
hanging-
second. Scrub.
Yeah, we'll see if there's anyone around him. He's just gonna hang in this corner, man. He's not gonna get droned out. He's gonna catch someone on the flank or potentially the run out.
Jello is going to be sitting upstairs, as you can see here, and it looks like they're going to be doing the same
Attackers
upstairs
have located
strat.
bombs.
I mean, I like this. I haven't really seen this before, so I'm glad they're taking, advantage of it. I don't really see a lot of vertical play from some of these teams that I cast, but this has got to be one of the cooler strats I've seen here so far. Looks like Sleepy is going to be on the Mira, another Mira with a beautiful sight beautiful angle on the site. Excuse me. A lot of the
Bomb
walls
located
opened
by
up
attackers.
on the Cigar, but where is Nomad? He's gonna get that first pick and a headshot, and here he goes. He's already started off as he gets that beautiful headshot off on the Remy, and
just
there it
peeking.
is. That's one of the top fraggers.
He's just peeking skylight. He's just like, all right, sure. And this is when, I mean, in Call of Duty, some players call it like ego challenging. I don't know if it's like an ego at this point. I think it's just confidence. He just knows, like, he's going to take his shots. And honestly, if you're the IGL and you see one of your players playing like this, you just say, okay, man, like, you take Vigil, it's your day. Just go. But
Right, just
Just
do
go.
whatever
Just
you
do
got to
it.
do to keep.
exactly.
He's
Here's
doing
an
that.
80. Here's an ADS. Here we'll have Mozzie droning for you. We're gonna have someone on cams. We're gonna give you a couple castles. Like, whatever. Just go do it. But let's also highlight I think you talked about it a little bit before. I really like this hold, really locking down the white stairs from RG. It's definitely unique. I haven't seen it before. We haven't really seen this map a lot in competitive, as in our will even score, and it does look like Nomad could potentially get another kill, and yep, there it is. There's a double kill for that round. That's 11 for this man. He's just not going to stop, and now he has a mirror to play with, as NR does even the score again, but that's another kill for Nomad. Why not? Just keep running at him. He couldn't get a fourth.
I told you, I'm not getting off him this round. This man,
Don't move.
back-to-back 4Ks, back-to-back, whatever you want to call it, he is just unstoppable. You cannot stop him. He's such a god.
He's just gonna have his ace stolen by his teammates. He has 12 through 4 rounds. 12.
I don't know what to say.
He has 12. He has over half of his team's kills. He has 12 of a possible 20 kills. How do you stop that?
I hate to say that this is.
How do you stop
I hate
that?
to say that this is looking one-sided, but 12-1, 6-0, Ice and Nomad right now.
Look,
like it's two people.
Max,
It's just two people.
It's not looking one-sided. It is one-sided. There's only one side, and it's Nomad.
It's just this is disgusting. This man is single-handedly more than doubling, almost tripling his team's kills. And Look at this.
He's not baiting his team for kills. He's not overusing he's not overusing utility. He's literally playing Vigil and just flying around the map. Just
Mozzie and Vigil all game long.
He's killed a full fourth of those kills. Fourth, potentially, if he got the second round. If the first kill he got on Mozzie was peeking the skylight, he's gotten a fourth of his kills from peeking the skylight. A third of his kills from peeking the skylight or wall bangs.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, and as an IGL for Remy I'm not an IGL. I'm saying as the IGL, Remy, his one and only plan right now, his one and only strategy should be, hey guys, we need to kill Nomads. He is the only person in this game we need to worry about, and then we'll work from there. Because right now, he's unstoppable. He's just a force to be reckoned with.
Look what he's doing to our poor fancy bar. Look what he's doing.
I'm gonna get a drink there after this game. But
disgusting.
I guess
we were gonna
Thanks,
hang
Nomad.
out. It was gonna be there's gonna be drinks on us at fancy bar.
I had some brandy
Looks like
waiting.
it's not.
I don't even know what to say to this. I mean, how else can you cast a game like this when the only content you get is from this one man right now? He is the Kander Kenny of this team of Reanimated Gaming. I mean, picking him up was probably the best choice they could have asked for. Or is he the IGL? Making this team is the best he could have asked for. I don't know. The point is that they cannot shut him down. And I want to see him do it here again.
What else do you say? Like, it seems like we're talking a lot about one guy, and this is a team game. But what else do you say? What else do you talk about? Look, he's shooting another guy off the skylight. That little corner of the skylight, he owns that. That's his. Just don't go there. How do you talk about anything else? He's the only show in town right now.
Yeah, him and Ice seem the only one to be just dominating in kills at the moment. I mean, it's not to say that the rest of his team is slacking, far from it. But how can you get another kill when this man is just unable to die and clicks on your head from across the room? I mean, how else are you supposed to get a kill when there's no kills to get?
And this isn't reflective of NR either. Like, they're a good team. They're in this thing. It's just Nomad's just that good. It's just been him. He's the person that they have to stop, and so far they haven't been able to. Every single other person on RG they've been able to like do something with, except for Nomad. Has he even died? He's died once, pretty sure.
He's died one time in the beginning. In the beginning of the game, yes.
He's a 12.0 kill test. How do you talk about to be a 13.0 if that player's not careful? He's just holding down that fancy bar and completely shutting down Sleepy Cat with a nice double kill. That Valkyrie is so important as he will die there on the red stairs. It does look like it's even up, but I mean, you still have the gunner here looking at that Heaven Hatch drop just from Oppo side to Heaven. I don't even know what to call this. Call-outs are useless against this. He does have that little... He does get taken down. Okay. So now NR is definitely in this thing. Look, primed to take their first round, but still a mute coming through on this flank. It is in a pretty good position to stop any kind of plant with that SMG-11. That thing will just rip you apart if you're not careful. Does have a C4 still on the board. Drop the diffuser.
Does get the down.
He got the down, so he's in a good position now. He's moving back into Cocktail. Gonna peek Fancy Bar. Does, and again, does still have that C4. He ripped it, but that other player was just too close. And in R, will take their first round. And if you're an R fan, or if you're in R, that's what you want to see. I think they might have fed Nomad a little bit by being over aggressive and kind of doing like the exact same thing. But on this round, they took a lot more ACOGs and they took their time. They found out where people were. If they couldn't drone them out, which you mean have a Mozzie and a mute on the field, it's kind of hard to drone. They used their intel, they used their callouts from their teams, and they just played their ACOGs. And their ACOGs ended up winning out. That's how you have to counter it. You have to. There's no other way. And we will see Quanks go over to the Lion for this last attack round from NR, and that honestly might be the play too. Lion, obviously a very controversial operator. Some people still think he's just so unbelievably broken. You can change the entire course of the game by just like accidentally farting on your right bumper, but he's in the game.
That's a way to
he's
describe
eligible
it.
for play.
That's a way to. That's a way to explain it.
You can. You can. If your right bumper, like you can just breathe on your right bumper too heavily, and all of a sudden your teammate can get 3 kills off a Lion scam. I mean, is that not how? I don't know.
Poor Jello did get the down last round. I wanted to see him clutch that. I mean, I'm glad that NR did get a round and that they were able to come back. But Jello is 0-5. I wanted to see him finally, put a little something on the scoreboard for himself and, not go home empty-handed in this round. I'm not saying, even, his team's still winning. They're still up a whole map and now up a total of 3 rounds. I mean, I want to see him do a little something. I want to see him get a little bit of a break, just a little bit.
And it does look like we are heading to the church bakery. Again, this exact same strat coming out. I'm kind of excited to toy with this a little bit, and theory craft a little bit on this map. I think the new cafe is just so dynamic in what it can do and what it brings to the table. Especially, I really like Jello on this like hold towards this kind of like bakery bar area. There's so much that you can do with this map, especially this site. There's so many different ways to hold it. It's really new. It's quite refreshing, and we do already have a down. No idea who that was. Was it Nomad? More than likely. Does look like Icy will get a kill right off the rip. Sleepy Cat playing really, really aggressive right there.
Yeah, and they're just going to be holding down this front bar to take down Lion and to put a Twitch down to 20 health. I mean, what else do you do to that? What else can you do in that situation? That's a huge pick. That's one of their biggest intel and one of the reasons they were able to take down so many players before, and now are just going to be, they're going to be shut down.
The intel denial. The intel denial from RG has been absolutely key in this round so far. Like we've already seen them shoot 2 drones right off the rip there. That's a full like fifth of NR's droning potential just out of the game in 20 seconds. And you have a Mozzie, you have three Mozzie drones that can deny. Like they're just using intel better. Just overall, sure. Nomad has been slaying out. He's been gunning. But RG are just playing better technically right now too. It's just been everything. We do have another down as Sleepy Cat will get a kill with that UMP-45 Nomad, of course. Who else gets another kill with that Commando 9 red dot? I mean, he's making me want to try it right now. Maybe some of his stuff will rub off on me in ranked. Who knows, man?
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Ooh, and it looks like Jello is going to get taken down, but a quick refrag by Reaction. And now it's going to be all up to Remy. Remy is going to be the last person alive. Gotta be careful here, Bandit. C4 does throw it out. Is by the diffuser. And now he's going to start getting pinched as Icy is going to finish off that kill off on the Remy. And there it is. 5-1. 5-1 going off into the attacking round. And buddy, let me tell you, they are looking so powerful. Just look at these kills across the board. 13-2 by Nomad, 8 kills and only 1 death by Ice. These two have just been a powerhouse running through the likes of NR, and NR's been pretty steady. I mean, across the board, they got Dom, Audi or Augie or whatever you want to call him, Ani or whatever, Remy are all sitting with 4 or 5 kills. Scrubbed and Quake still falling behind, not really able to find any kills. And I think that's sort of what it is. See, Jello on RG, yeah, sure, he doesn't have a kill, but that's not really a problem when you have players like Ice and Nomad making up that difference for you. However, when it comes to NR, when it comes to Scrubbed and Quinks, they sort of can't afford, is the word I'm looking for, to fall behind like this. They really can't
they really
allow
can't.
for those. Yeah, they really can't allow those extra kills going off on the RG when they're practically in like what is it right now compared to score-wise? Nomad's considered what, 5 players? They're technically facing another 5 stack with Nomad on their team.
It's just a little bit. Yeah, there's so much going on right now. We will talk until the cows come home about the importance of a Thatcher ban if you're defending first, and how a Thatcher ban impacts the map and how it impacts how much it's playing. But it shouldn't impact it this much. And I'd struggle to find out anyone who disagrees with that. A Thatcher ban does not account for 5 defensive rounds won. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. It does look like Remy will be playing that Mozzie. Mozzie's been such an important operator in these past couple games. I mean, we see Nomad absolutely styling people on it, but he works so functional. He's really solid in every single thing. You can put that Pizza and Roni on him, which is like a little bit of a, not a better necessarily, but a different kind of a more accurate SMG 11. Could this be a wallbang onto this rappel? The rappel has been heard. And he will be seen through the wall and shot. So Valkyrie's got to get out of there. Already some damage taken. And it does look like RG are off to a great start as they have put that Valkyrie on 1 health. No way to get that back. And they narrowly avoided disaster right there. As the Valkyrie was looking to run out and could have just chopped out 2, if not 3, if not droned out and found out.
Looks like Nomad's going to be on that Lion as they do a quick push over on the red stairs from Heaven Hatch. Sleepy is going to be the one to open up this wall here. And he will. He does get this half wall over on the Christmas. And that's going to be that all opened up. Audie now is going to have to try to hold this room as he does get droned out. Well, they got the Ella shotgun. We didn't even pick up on that, but we will pick up on it in just a moment. Audie now making his way back around towards the freezer. Is Quinks going? What is he doing here?
He's just waiting for someone to come into that freezer, man. He does have that Elder shotgun. He can test a little long angle spot from behind the little corner really, really well with that shotgun. You just pop out a freezer and slap whoever's there. He can be really, really strong, but they will get that freezer wall. And man, we talked about it earlier, the importance of holding onto the freezer on this site, and that's just done. It looks like RG, while it's still 5 operators, are technically in the lead here, as they're going to be able to push all of NR back to the cocktail and White Stairs. Like, it is not safe anywhere but the cocktail bar and White Stairs in this map right now.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Audie holding a very clean angle. Oh, and just misses. Barely misses Nomad. Could have gotten the kill there, but will not. And instead decides to throw out a Legion trap. And he's just going to hold angles here. That's all they really can do. 44 seconds left. They're just going to waste time.
Yep. And
Dom, not a lot of health to really play with.
Still 2 lion scans on the board, too. No C4 for the Val. I believe there's 1 more C4 left on the Mozzie. But that's a lot of your denial gone. It's going to have to be... oh, he's so close to being good to kill. That's the diffuser down right next to the bomb. Dom will get taken down, but that's a huge impact frag.
Nomad will get the refrag, but does get down now. However, there is 15 seconds left. Jello getting another. He will get into the window here. Tries to get... Does see the head of Audie, but Audie is going to get that frag. There's not enough time left to get this defuse down. And the plan's going down.
Attackers are activating the defuse. Defenders have located the diffuser.
Quanks with the Ella shotgun is going to go for the defuse. And oh wait, that's it. That's the last. That's it for that last little bit. It's going to be Ella's shotgun winning the round. That was quick. That was extremely fast.
Everything happened. Yeah. Have you? So there's an old. There's a really old Twitch clip. Hold on, I want to point this out real quick. There's 12 seconds left when the Twitch ran over to pick up Nomad, and it reminded me there's an old Rainbow Six Twitch clip with a Bolo when he's down, and someone's right next to him. There's this guy screaming over the pick up Bolo, pick up Bolo, pick up Bolo. Like, that's all I can imagine that was going on in those comms right now. Just pick up Nomad. He's the hard carry. Get him up. Get him up. Get him up.
Oh man, that was. Yeah, getting that diffuser down, not really figuring out where that Valkyrie was, right under Skylight. I think that's what caused them the round right there. That definitely, that secret
Dom
play,
made a huge play.
That was massive to say the least. However, they are not going to be able to do that this time, as now they will be downstairs in kitchen. Hopefully, Dom doesn't trick them by hiding in bakery or, oh, excuse me, coat closet.
Bomb located by
but I guess we're going to have to find out.
definitely we will, and it does look like we are going to the Kitchen Bakery. It's a pretty solid spot. I mean, yeah, we've talked about all this. One of my favorite spots. Quanks on that Ella shotgun is going to be able to deal so much damage in close. The Mira being brought into play as well from NR as they are looking to take another round. It does look like they've turned the quarter at least a little bit in terms of from that just kind of honestly disastrous, just straight up disastrous first round, or first half, I mean. Just not great.
I mean, I'm glad they're starting to slowly bring it back, but it is a short step on a long road for the journey that they have to try to take to even bring it to an even 5-5. I mean, still, yeah, they did win that last round, but being down 3 rounds like this, all RG has to do is win 1 round. That's it.
Jello's
and they're
not
on
gonna,
match
yeah.
point.
And Jello's not going to be out of this for long. We saw Jello sitting on 0 kills for a while. There's no way that he stays down and out like this for the entire one. There's already a frag going down, and it is a fast push. Nomad on this Zofia is just going to be pushing all the way up the bar. Has an angle onto the bomb and is going to be able to push them off the Miras that are facing the bakery. Just really strong position with RG. Just a minute into the round.
Why am I not surprised? It was Nomad to get not one, but also a down onto that castle. And now he's just going to be holding these angles here. However, they did allow him to get the revive. And scrubbed it through the wall is going to get a beautiful headshot over onto Reaction, bringing them now to an even 4-4. But again, this attacking side is still doing a decent amount of damage. That castle only on 20. You know,
located by
they're not wasting any time. What the heck are you doing, Dom? Reinforcing that door as Jello is going to pick off Remy, and they're already
Plant's going down. They took the freezer. Yeah, they completely took the freezer. That freezer wall is open, and they still have this packed kitchen area. The Plant's going down, and now they have the ACOGs to contest this as it's just over, man. Quank's trying to come in with the Ella shotgun, but you can't really push back into all of those guns without just dying. Really solid.
Confused as to why Dom was reinforcing the door onto Bakery when they were doing such a strong push from Freezer. That just kind of
could it have been a
threw me a little sideways there.
Could it have been a sound bug? Like, there's no way they don't hear that thermite charge going off, right?
Yeah, there's no way. But I mean, then again, we didn't hear it either, so maybe it was. It did get opened up, however, and like I was saying before, they only needed to win 1 round, and now at match point, what could be the last round of the night, it looks like NR is going to go down into kitchen service and cooking. So, man,
they are bringing the maestro
that
this
Monty
time.
pick.
They are
bringing the maestro.
They are bringing the maestro, and you know what they say. Gotta play the stro if you want to get the
protect your
dough.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
By they, I mean me. I'm the only person that says that.
Attackers have
See, Jello is starting to come back a little bit, going 2 of 5 assists. I called it.
Just ignored it. Just ignored it.
I had to ignore it. I feel ashamed.
Never.
I did. Anyways, getting back to this here, Jello is going to be sitting with 2 kills and 5 assists. However, I want to point out that Quinks and Scrubbed actually did make a comeback. They went from 0 and 2 to 4 and 3, so not really falling too far behind now. Now they're starting to catch up with their teammates, but as a whole, their team just needs to start pumping these numbers up a little bit. They've slowed down Ice and Nomad. He isn't making the same impact that he has in the first couple of rounds, like the first 3-4 rounds. So, not really doing the amount of damage they were. But regardless of it, he is still putting in those 1-2 picks. And those 1-2 picks alone are enough to put him in that advantage.
Definitely. And it's, oh man. It's tough for me to not say that this is probably going to be the last round of this match. Just, RG they just look more prepared. They look like they really, I mean, this is their map. They look like they've been practicing this for a while, and that they've been waiting to pull out a map like this. They're better at it. They know the angles. They know what they want to do. They know the common defenses, and they know how to execute. Like they're just immediately pushing through and taking the bar, and then from the bar, hard breaching the freezer. That's kind of how you want to play this map. And there's still no breach denial out here for the defense. So there's no real way for them to contest that. They just look better prepared. And it's not that NR is bad or that they just didn't prepare at all, but man, this might be a map ban. Like just ban it out against RG in the future. Get it out of here. You do not want to play the monster. You don't want to play Nomad on this map. He will kill you on that skyline. It doesn't matter. As we say that, he will get taken down. He has just Casper cursing, man.
I'm telling you, it had to have been the slow peek there. Was not expecting that. Oh, wow. Very smart play. Remy probably should have saved that last impact nade, but however, they are still going to get it, and that's going to be their last. Oh, no, they didn't get it. Excuse me. I thought they got it off. Looks like they're not going to get it off and will get that wall open.
Impact tricking so inconsistent. Like you want to bring either a mute or a bandit or a Cade. Like you don't want to leave your holding on that wall up to impact tricking because it can really mess you up, as we have seen.
Looks like they're just going to be holding angles here as Quanks is still playing upstairs with that faux 12, the nastiest shotgun in the game. Probably waiting for the right time from behind, but however, as now they start to push in, Ice is going to get that one on the Dom, but Remy will get the immediate refrag, as well as Audi getting one, but not 1-2, excuse me.
Over.
Beautiful double kill off on the Sleepy, and that, yeah, that's it right there. And we're going to recap it once again as we see him get a beautiful 2-kill with the little unicorn charm. I didn't even notice.
I don't know how Quanks wasn't droned out above them. I don't know how RG could have thought that they were safe in that long hallway when they had an FO12 potentially lurking on white stairs behind them. There and maybe just not enough to hold the flank either. Maybe they got fragged coming in. We don't really know how that worked out, but if you know when Ella's out there, if you know Quanks has just been kind of sticking to this Ella shotgun like multiple rounds in a row, you gotta find that person. You gotta make sure they're not lurking behind you. Because that thing is a meat grinder. You'll be done immediately. You'll be down and out. You cannot let that person eat you up.
I was definitely expecting the faux 12 to do a little bit more damage when they were all sitting by bar, but glad to still see it came in there at the end. But Audi with that 2K was still very disrespectful and very clean over off to RG, and now they're going to have another chance to defend upstairs. See, now, the first time, I mean, I'm not going to say that they weren't skilled enough to have hold this, but I'm going to be the one to say it. They only won this first round because of Dom sitting here in this little corner and getting the diffuser down by the bomb. That's
was
the
a huge
only
impact
reason why they got that.
It was a big brain play from Dom.
Oh, it was massive. It was a very good pick, and there was just not enough time to really escalate on it, you know, other than, hey, grab the diffuser and plant. So with that being said, I want to see what they're going to bring new to the table here and what they're going to try to switch up to try to, you know, because they got to do something different. They can't do the exact same thing and expect the same results.
Especially because Dom was just like a sneeze away from dying, because it looked like he was going to pressure that Kasasad repel, and he got shot at their wall pre-fired, and he got put on actual 1 HP. It looked like we are going to see a run out from him, and I mean, he's just being really aggressive. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this thing. A full health Dom to kind of hide in those sneaky spots, especially on Vigil, is going to be more valuable than a Dom that maybe gets a kill or trades. I think he's got to save that Vigil ability for late in the game where he can pull off those big, those massive flanks that he's become sort of infamous for in the collective.
Yeah, he's having a lot different of a game, though, it seems, so far. Not really pulling out the numbers that we're used to. We're used to Nomad, or Dom getting the kills that Nomad is getting. And as well, not only is that, don't forget Ice, man. Ice has been just kind of chugging along Nomad. Haven't really gotten a lot of camera time on him, but he still is, you know, not out of this fight yet, coming in with the double digits. 10-3, man. That's not hard. That's not easy to pull off. That's hard to do. It looks like Nomad is going to be switching over to the Dokkaebi, though. Him with the DMR is going to be interesting to see, especially with how he has been playing so far. But, I mean, you know, if it works, it works.
Hey, man, the Dokkaebi calls a lot of strong utility. Dokkaebi has 2 frag grenades now. The SMG-12 got a little bit of a buff to the recoil animation, making it a little bit easier to control. But the I just don't know if that's what you want on. I don't know if that's what you want your top fragger on. I don't think you want him to be on like an Ash. You want him to be on the Sophia. You want him to be able to or Twitch, be able to push in. Dokkaebi maybe not the right call, but we'll see. Yeah, and okay, sure, whatever. I'm just gonna stop talking because inevitably the opposite.
That's probably for the best.
The opposite of what I say is happening, and just so much happening for RG right now. A trade does come out, and the Twitch does get fried, so we are into a 3-3 situation with a minute left, but still, Nomad still on the board. Still a couple Dokkaebi calls coming out, as he will take out that cam and is going to push through reading, potentially up the white stairs. He does have that SMG-12 for the short range, going to make him so strong. Fancy Bar has been taken by Sleepy Cat, and another frag going to come out from Ice on the Ash, and it's 3-on-1, but Quanks does have the FO12. This could all turn around.
Attackers activating diffuser.
The bomb.
He's scared. He shook his head no.
And he's like, no, I don't want to go through
I don't want to do it.
there. I don't want to go through there. And the Ela pistol, really good, but still just a pistol. And that is all she wrote. RG.
Yeah, and to clean it up. What else could we expect? Nomad coming in with the 3K for that last round was a nice little 2K there by Scrub. However, wasn't really enough to put his team on the map, and I mean that's it for the win. 2 maps in a row, RG just dominating, and I mean look at this, man, pulling in almost not the exact same numbers that they were last round, but Nomad still sticking to what he knows best, carrying that difference over and almost getting 20 kills. We'll call it 20 with the 4 assists, why not? This man pulled in,
yeah, exactly, who cares,
insane kills. Four rounds. 4
and obviously,
rounds
like,
dedicated to just this man.
His team is obviously he's helping his team a lot too. Like obviously, like he's getting help from his team. It's not all him, but man, like a lot of it was a lot of his individual play. Like I don't think I've ever seen an individual performance like that in the collective, at least.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna be the one to say it. That was gross.
It was disgusting.
There was no other way to say it. That was actually gross. Like, that's the only way to put it. That was the grossest thing I've ever seen. And speak of the devil, I mean, here he is, Nomad. Please include your audio.
How are you doing?
Not as good as you, man.
Not as good
Clearly
as you.
not as good as you.
Nowhere near as good as you.
Man, I got so many of your plays. So let's just take a second to really go over this. Round 1, you got 1 kill. You got or on Cafe, excuse me. Round 1, you got taken down. You got 1 kill off, and then they took you down immediately, refragged you, yada yada, whatever. How did you react? A normal human being would have reacted by, hey guys, let's switch up a strat. Hey guys, let's maybe get 1 or 2 kills. You said no. I'm gonna get 2 back-to-back 4Ks and then drop another 3 on him because I feel like it. What are you thinking right now, man? That's the most disgusting thing I have seen since watching that Check 6 versus God Tier game back in season 1. I mean, it was nasty. You're disgusting, man. What do you have to say for yourself?
I mean, for that, it was because of the last Summer Cup. I did play this same team, so I came in here with that type of vengeance that I wanted to come in here and beat them.
Oh,
since I lost them previously, that's why.
Me, Diamondback, and pretty much everyone else in Collective that's here watching today was so anticipated for this match. They were ready for it. And let's not even forget, I mean, not only you, Icy, I mean, all of you guys on Clubhouse, did you have to drop, what was it, almost 40 kills just between the 3 of you? Did you have to do that to them? I mean, I understand rivalry is rivalry, but my goodness, you can take a breath, sir.
We can't take no breath. There's no breaks. We gotta keep.
Oh my goodness. Well,
okay,
let me tell you, I hope you keep this up, man. Diamond, hit him. I need a second.
So Nomad on Cafe. Normally, generally, generally, people would say it's not a good idea to peek the skylight from over there in the cocktail bar. How did you get 3 kills in the skylight from cocktail bar? And were you just feeling yourself like, all right, I'm killing things. So I'm just gonna go for it.
Nah. Here we go. Peeking at a cocktail bar. I'm not gonna even lie. I always love peeking. If you can catch me, all right, congrats to you. But if you can't, your head's getting clean off. I don't got nothing to say for that.
Well, there you have it.
I'm confident in my
Skylights,
shot.
PJ. Hey, man, that's how you have to be. I have no more. I have no more questions, Max. I don't think there's anything left to say. Wherever he went to, there he is.
I'm gonna need. I'm here. First of all, let me just say it again. That was gross. Two maps in a row. And that was just gross. Your KD went through the roof. I did not see too many 1v1 gunfights that you weren't on top of. And then the biggest thing that I noticed, not only in Cafe, with you constantly peeking that skylight above and just, taking that as your own, but also some of the disgusting peaks that, most players would try to stay away from. They don't want to get their head picked off. They don't want to whatever. You said, nah. Throw all that to the side. That's mine now. Especially when they opened up the half wall into CCTV, got a little bit of a line of sight over into Cash, and you just pushed right up. You got right in their face and said, "Hey, how's bullet taste?" Pop. It's disgusting, man. I mean, you had a great game. You and Icy both stood out on Cafe, but I believe it was you, Icy, and Jello that got the triple kill, or not triple kill. Damn it.
The triple double digits.
Yeah, triple double digits, thank you, on Cafe. And I mean, what was going through your heads, man? Like, was there a certain strategy other than, hey, let's be the most aggressive gunners possible?
I mean, no, I'm always known for that aggressive peak, so I already know that. Ice, him with Ash and Jaeger, I can't say nothing. He's just amazing with it. And then Jello was just rotating with me. If I didn't want IQ, Jello was picking IQ. If I didn't want Zofia, Jello went straight to Zofia. And we just kept on rotating like that. We just went to whatever room.
Remy, I can only imagine is sitting in his room, holding his legs against his chest, just kind of rocking back and forth, sobbing probably. He's got some, I don't know, some Jonah Hill or something in the background playing.
Listening to "Hurt" by Johnny
weird
Cash.
Music. Yeah, listening to "Hurt" by Johnny Cash, just thinking to himself, he peaked me. He wasn't supposed to
we
peak
love
me,
you.
but
We love you.
but he peaked me.
It's all banter. All banter.
Oh, no. But regardless of what happened, I mean, good game. I can't even say good game. It was a great game for you guys. And, I mean, now that you've pretty much conquered this in the semi-quarterfinals, how are you feeling going forward, man? Anything you got to say against the teams you're about to go up against? Anything you got to, anything you want to just kind of throw out there?
I mean, at least for any other team we play, we ain't scared to play any other team. They can play however their play style is. I just know that my whole team is behind me, and I know we'll get the frags when needed. We'll be ready to play anytime, any day.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Nomad from Reanimated Gaming. Reaction in here as well has been a little quiet, just humbly accepting the win, I'm assuming, at this point. Giving himself a little pat on the back. Yeah, I guess the only thing I could say here with that is that, make sure you guys keep an eye out for these guys. They are not going to take the rest of these games sitting down. And if anything, if you could take anything from what you've seen this game, don't let Nomad be Mozzie.
Don't let
this man be
Mozzie.
Please don't ban my Mozzie.
Just don't let this man be
Mozzie. Don't ban my Mozzie. I love Mozzie.
Man. Give this guy
still,
anybody.
that's my heart and
He's
soul
nasty.
right there. Don't ban Mozzie.
All right, well, Nomad, I'm going to give you your 30 seconds of fame. You know how this works. You've been here long enough. Shout out any social media, any of your teammates, anything you want. Your 30 seconds is just for you. It starts right now.
I mean, first off, GG to NR. They did play a hell of a match. They kept on going back and forth with us at Clubhouse. But Cafe, obviously, it's a defender-sided map. And since we started defense, I understood that. But obviously, GG to them. Thank you to Collective. And GG to all my boys. I hope we take the next win.
All right. Well, wish you best of luck in future games. I'll probably be seeing you again here in the upcoming future. So make sure to keep a lookout for that. Other than that, everybody, I just want to say thank you guys for coming into this stream, checking out one of the most anticipated games in Collective so far. at least for this Summer Cup alone. Make sure to come in here, and I believe what is the next game tomorrow? 7:30 p.m.
I haven't checked.
If I'm
That
not
sounds
mistaken.
correct. Sounds correct.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, it is tomorrow. So make sure tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Storm is going to take on Revenants. That's going to be Habana and Beach casting that game. With me, as always, you guys, you know us. You know us as the Dream Team. We're the cast duo of Collective. You guys want to hear us. You always request us. So here we are. You got us. My name is Mex. His name is Diamondback, and thank you guys. Make sure to follow us on every social media platform available at collective_esports on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Anything you guys can think of will be there, and make sure to see you guys next time. Good night.
TikTok will be on your smart fridge soon.